Moria explained, "Cece, let's just say it is your karma to one day get lost in the desert, okay? So it's not going to be a nice experience. Maybe you suffer from dehydration, maybe you come across reptiles, and maybe you even get bitten, and you get sunburnt. Maybe you also come across thieves. Interestingly, they only want your camera and your wallet. Sure, you're unhappy, and sure, you're frightened, but when it's all over, you agree that the experience could have been much worse at every turn. So, although you got lost in the desert, you got rescued. You didn't die there, and actually, whatever has happened to you will become an anecdote to share with friends or to write about in one of your other books. Look, put it plainly," she added patiently, "a karmic situation that turns out to be less serious than otherwise expected is like slipping in a mud puddle and falling on your buttocks instead of cracking your head open on the pavement. The emotional grazes, or whether we die on the spot, no one knows what is in store for us. Further up the track in the next moment." To revisit some of the main points made earlier in this file, Moria sent me another humorous piece to deconstruct from a karmic perspective, a part of my homework on that particular day. A young man who had to go away on international business wrote his girlfriend's love letters every day. He wanted to do it the romantic way, via the post, not email. After the 200th letter, his girlfriend got engaged to the mailman. Deconstruction. The culminating moment is set here in motion when the mailman became the mediator between the girl and her boyfriend. Then the boyfriend, through his letter, becomes the mediator between his girlfriend and the mailman. The boyfriend and the mailman have swapped roles, but the three participants are the same. Karma changed their position. In one of her emails from Jerusalem, Moria, who translates her thought directly from Hebrew, gave me an analogy to illustrate the concept that karmic events are indeed God-sent opportunities for us to move on. Cece, let's just imagine that our life is a very long road with many refilling opportunities along the way. You have a car, and your car will work only when you put fuel into her, right? So now you suppose you just fill the tank and drive a long distance until you run out of fuel. You wouldn't say, "Oh, wait, I need to find the same gas station where I last filled up the tank," would you? What you would do is be thankful for the first station along your way. Fill up and drive on. Our ability to get energy from any gas station along the way is very liberating, and it is essential to our survival, yes? The first station symbolizes our starting point in life, she continued. From there, the sky is the only limit. However, people forget how to use their spiritual wings, or maybe that they have wings at all. They settle in the state of chrysalis without ever evolving into a butterfly. You see, people function in the same way as the car and its fuel. We eat and our body changes our food into energy. We also absorb energy from plants, from the air, prana, and from other people, and from also other objects. Of course, we also have some karma to edit and some karma to live out. All this is energy. It's very freeing and very functional that we can, and in fact are expected to refuel along the way again and again. See, there comes a time when people who have worked or lived together run out of fuel. They are meant to separate. They seldom do so voluntarily, preferring to return to what is energetically familiar over and over again, regardless of whether or not this energy is healthy for them, and regardless of how much traveling they could have done if free to move. What I'm saying here, she adds, is that there comes a time when we need to be separated. When energetically we refuse to budge, we are made to separate and move on by karmic event, an incident our ego persona interprets as a nuisance, a setback, or even a tragedy. It is a very good opportunity to evolve and progress without being linked to the familiar gas station forever. But although people know all that and know that all of us will die one day, most live in denial and cling to emotional crutches and physical crutches and are too afraid to even look for a new gas station up ahead. After all, isn't there always another gas station up the road sooner or later?